should be bold and not have an intro.
Well, you kind of just did that now.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Hello, I am Drunken Dan.
I mean, at this point, is it worth introducing myself? I like not having an intro, made it seem really natural, like we just kind of stepped onto playing this from the last time.
Oh, hi, Parunga. They actually gave you a model, too.
I mean...
You know, I'm honestly impressed that they put more work in it than I figured they would.
To be fair, you didn't think they'd put any work in.
I didn't.
I mean, if this is Arc System Works, a company whose methodology is, we already made all those assets, so let's re-release them again.
The assets are good, but like when they get to the story stuff, it usually is just like we just have like a fucking like.
I was also making a joke about.
Stop.
I was also making
like.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Basically, they just have like these stock animations. They're like with the one Guilty Gear, they stepped it up. But go ahead.
I was also pointing out their tendency to release as many different versions of a single game as they can, i.e., every single version of BlazBlue they've released.
Yeah. Oh.
And all.
Hi, 16.
How many?
Are you looking after my body?
I see you're awake.
Is he even 16 at this point? Isn't he 22? Because he's not really 16. He's just a different body with like memory updates. So.
I mean, I guess. Who are you?
Yes.
Or I mean, I guess we just have him because you know our plot needs to make super sense, you guys.
I am 16.
It makes more sense than some plots in Dragon Ball.
And we needed to include 16 because I don't know.
He's the one character who wasn't resurrected in the series. Somebody had to resurrect him.
We don't have much.
He's the one character who never had anything really explained. He was just kind of there.
You're linked with an alien named.
Oh, good. I'm now in Frieza's body. Thank God.
Ew.
Basically. It's like you possess Frieza's body.
Hey, at least it's not 4.
Well,
it may be easier if you just take a look for yourself.
Yet. Give it time. You saw what happened at the end of the last arc.
At least now I know in this arc of the game, Frieza's the Goku. I'm not surprised.
Well, it's because if we're not careful, Frieza might be the Goku in the show now.
So how long before he has a human wife?
It may surprise you.
I give it a year.
All real.
I think his human wife will be Yamcha.
We were planning to link your soul
Would
with
be
Goku.
funny, wouldn't it? Maybe that would be how they get launched back in.
Because I saw that fucking clip,
led
by
to
the way.
another.
The one where it's like,
you
I didn't know
ended up
Saiyans
playing
associate themselves with such handsome and sensible creatures.
This
I
may
mean,
sound strange, but just relax.
It's oddly complimentary from Frieza.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Especially since Saiyans look exactly like people, just with tails.
Exactly. So obviously, Frieza wants to fuck Yamcha.
Well, somebody had to, I suppose.
Oh, he's now talking at me.
It seems as
You
if
soul
Frieza's
awakened,
soul
son of a
has
bitch.
awakened.
Haha! I got your body now, bitch!
Frieza can hear my voice,
I mean,
but only you can hear
that's
his.
just rude.
Now, try saying
Oh,
Try
man.
saying something to Frieza. Oh, I have a few things. He's scary, so I'll
what?
play dumb, or nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Be
Nice to meet you, so he's not, because that way he's like, watch, you're not scared, I'm Frieza!
You have to be excessively nice to him.
At least you can make an introduction.
Like,
Which is surprising.
it's almost as if he's back in hell.
Oh god, I'm back in hell. I mean, to be fair, having me in his body would be hell.
Even then,
Probably.
I find it hard to forgive you for even trying.
Be just having to listen to you all the time instead of like once a week.
Oh.
Aww. I mean, you're probably one of the friends I can tolerate the most for the most amount of... Well, friend is a strong word. People I know who I can tolerate for the most amount of time.
Finally, thanks.
Let's just say, good thing you weren't.
No problem, buddy. I like to buck up people's self-esteem when I
don't
can.
need to explain things to
I think it's very healthy. You know,
Now then, there
prevent
are
stress.
several questions I have for
You have
you.
several questions for me, go ahead.
First, I want you to begin by explaining to me what's happening right
Oh, what's
now.
happening
now
right
you put
now?
me
A
on the
convoluted plot.
There are no parades here,
I
like in
mean-
that hell of a flower garden.
Like that hell of a flower.
I mean, not being funny, Freeze, you probably know as much as we do about this plot.
Parades?
Silence! You know absolutely nothing about the hell I've been put through.
Yeah, got him to snap at me, I'm glad.
Yeah, it's just the piss off Freeze that I play through. We are not good. We are missing all of the relationship flags for Frieza.
Enough rage to lose
Do you
my mind.
want the relationship flag with Frieza?
I mean, how else are we gonna get the sex scene?
Right here and now.
This isn't Mass Effect.
Tell me all you know.
Oh.
Every little
I just assumed it was a Dragon Ball dating symbol with all these,
angrier.
well, with all of these like lines of dialogue and dialogue trees that go nowhere.
Or you will regret it.
That's what the game that Arc Systems really wants to make.
It's what they did make.
I don't know how much you heard.
It's
but
a
there's
Dragon
no
Ball
full
dating sim.
explanation.
It's just then Namco was like, no, you need to have fighting in this game, and they're like, oh, yeah, I guess we can throw that
By
together.
using the link system, another soul has
And then they
taken
animated a
over.
sex scene. They're like, hold up, stop! No, you can't have that.
You will
No,
not
no,
be
no,
able
no,
to
no,
use
no,
your
no,
power.
no. You gotta save that for DLC.
They're not going to do that.
Okay, enough with all these stupid.
As funny as it would be.
Time to get
I mean,
serious.
I'm sure eventually someday some developer will reach that point.
Oh, I'm sure there already exist online.
Honestly, I bet Blizzard will reach that point with Overwatch first.
How impossible it is.
Now, just in time for Valentine's Day, it's the new Overwatch event.
Oh, now Frieza wants to kill me.
But if you're in Frieza's body, and if he kills you, isn't it suicide?
I guess.
Well, can't argue with that logic. Good job. Go for it, Frieza. Kill yourself.
Are you listening to me? I've received no response. Are you two
So I actually wonder what the next big Dragon Ball game that's going to come out will be.
Well, I suppose there's no use in pondering it. I'll just
If
continue.
we'll
I
see
like how there's no
Interlacing.
response to 16's like, well, fine, I'll just keep talking.
What? This can't be.
I mean, it's the most he's ever gotten to say.
Just now. Why did nothing happen? This will not
All
be
the other times, just
Frieza's now having a hissy fit because apparently
Just
attacking
so
me
you
did
know,
nothing.
Going wild inside your
Finally.
mind
Oh.
will change nothing. You just need to give it up and listen.
Wouldn't it be
Maybe
great?
now.
Just that's always like one of my favorite concepts. Is like there being some kind
There's
of
only
being
one way
who
to
just
fix this
annoys
situation.
villains. They can't be killed. They can't hurt the villain. They cannot be hurt by the villain. It's just
Listen.
annoying.
You need to allow
So it's
that soul
Deadpool.
to control
But
your
Deadpool can
body
actually hurt though.
and experience as many battles as possible.
can he? I mean, is Deadpool really meant to ever be a credible threat?
You mean
When
my
he's in his
only
own
hope is
book.
to let someone else
Even
use
when
my
Liefeld
body
wrote
as
him, I don't think he was ever really a credible threat.
When Liefeld wrote him, he was also edgy.
Even
When Liefeld wrote him, he was Deathstroke.
He literally, like he even called him he even called him Wade Wilson instead of Slade Wilson. Like,
Yeah, I know. So how did he not get sued?
to erase you from
I guess maybe he
existence.
changed companies, I don't
I
know.
will not be able to do anything on the outside, but you and
Ah.
I are both on the
Good on
Wait,
Well, you know what?
Frieza, you
Liefeld
just
at least-
tried this. You just tried blowing me up.
To be fair, Frieza has like two ways of solving problems, and both of them are exploding them.
Okay, now should I do wait or I'm going to leave now?
I'm going to leave now.
And just be like, no, I'm just gonna go now.
You're boring me.
that you'll finally realize.
No, it's not that I realize your place, just that you're boring, Frieza. You show up too much.
And I may be inclined to forgive your transgression.
Oh, you're going
Ah.
to forgive me. Oh no. Thank you.
He's going to forgive the guy he literally can't do anything to.
Yeah, you literally can't do shit to me.
And we don't even have like any kind of player model for him to interact with. So no matter what happens, we're safe.
Well, no, I'm the player model, don't you know? It saves them a lot of
Yes.
work.
Don't tell me. You.
I'm so glad we can now finally talk to one another.
Oh,
But I'm not interested.
in hearing your excuses.
so yeah, this
The
is supposed to
soul
be going to be
inside
focused
must
on
have
playing
handed off
as the
control.
villains.
I guess this will make things faster, though.
Enough small talk.
Oh, instead of an explanation, he's like, I want an explanation. Ah, he gave you control. Well, now we can talk. Enough small talk, now you die! Frieza, you just said you want to know what's going on. Oh, look, you can't shoot your beam.
But I thought I regained
And
control over
how
my
did he
body.
win the tournament? How did he like come second or third
How
in the
do you
tournament of
get it?
power?
Your
Toriyama.
only
He's
so
job is to
dumb.
leave the
Because
fighting
Toriyama.
soul inside you.
Because Toriyama thought it'd be
Power of the
really
link
funny
allows you
for
to move,
Gohan
but if
to
it's removed-
grab Despo and them both to get eliminated.
Yeah.
Just as he thought Majin Buu falling asleep 3 times, I'm sorry, 2, would be really funny. 3 times, not
only did
yet.
you seal away my
No, wait, no, it was
Yeah.
3 times! Because he fell asleep in the Frieza arc. That's why he wasn't there.
Just so
Oh.
there are
So
no
it is 3 times.
misunderstandings.
God damn it, Boo.
I was the one that
I
started
mean, why
the
did he fall
bullying
asleep
system,
and, you know, all of
but
those
your
times he was
power
trying to
seen
kill
by
us?
a different person.
Well,
but
you
super-
see,
Why?
Toriyama's
Would've
a
been-
hack.
Oh.
Her name is Android 21.
We're actually calling Toriyama a hack now.
Leader of the Red Ribbon
He
Army.
is.
Well, I mean, I'm not
we,
dissing.
we enjoy this series,
find
yes.
a great
We are
deal and
we are
power
giving him
yourself
money,
up,
yes.
you may
But
be
it's
able
still
to
bad
stop
writing.
Maybe
This
able
is
to
true.
Stop her. Don't you know who
At least
you're
it's
dealing
fun bad writing.
This is true. Unlike Kill la
with? If
Kill,
what
which
you
is
say
just
the
bad.
truth, then all I need
I was
to
gonna
do
say,
is
unlike,
erase
you know,
her.
most other comic companies I can think of. Marvel,
If you do
DC.
that,
Attack on Titan.
you will never get back to normal.
Yeah.
What
Attack on Titan at least. Actually, you know what, to be fair, at least Dragon Ball doesn't think it's smart.
Only
Attack on
you
Titan
can
thinks
break
it's
the
smart,
seal
and it's
on
also
your
written by a
soul
fascist.
and your
Hey, if
power.
Attack on Titan's so smart, why isn't it in Ready Player One?
And why is it written by a fascist?
This is truly ridiculous.
Hey, lots
Do you
of things have been
really
written by
think
fascists.
any
Like
of
Mein
this is
Kampf.
believable?
Yeah.
Still,
Well,
at
also,
this
what's it
rate,
called? Ender's Game? That was
we're
written by a
never going to
fascist, I
get
think.
anywhere.
The-
I hope you listen to all of that just
All I
now.
can say is, Dad, fascists are people too.
Earthling maggot.
People that
It
deserve
appears that
nothing
my
but
only way
pain.
out of this extremely
Well-
vexing situation is to let you fight.
Listen,
Oh.
the original Captain America knew what to do.
There is just no other option.
I mean,
From
Nazi
now
Captain
on,
America.
you are my servant.
No, not that one. The original Captain America.
Fight
You
like your
mean,
life
the
depends
Falcon?
on it, and make
No,
sure
no,
you don't
the
disgrace
original
me out
Captain
there.
America.
You know, I'm honestly amazed at this point comic book companies even try shit like Nazi America, Nazi Captain America at this point.
Doesn't surprise me.
Well, because it's like, everyone knows it's a scam, right? Nobody is taken in by this and thinks, oh, this is a serious change that's going to last forever. Yeah, no one is ever going to reverse this decision hastily and then just say, oh, well, you know, and it's going to be, you know, quickly forgotten and never addressed ever again, and except when people dredge it up to, like, you know, bitch about it or go, man, I'm so angsty because of that. So, like, you know, no one seriously thinks that this is like how we're gonna honor Steve Rogers, right?
At least not for a
Like-
long period of time. And also,
It's
that
like-
one doesn't even bother me as much as the fucking Magneto one.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Like the Captain America one was bad, and it annoyed me. But, like, they made a
Like,
Holocaust survivor a Nazi.
Like, that is downright offensive.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's horrible.
It's just astounding that someone, that nobody, like, in the commit, nobody on, like, any kind of point of writing that or drawing that or editing that thought, hang on a second.
There was,
Hang on a second.
You have to think too. It has to go through an editor, a publisher, and like it has to go through so many people, and not one person with any bit of power raised their hand and said, "Guys, we shouldn't make the Holocaust survivor a fucking Nazi." Like nobody raised their hand. I am
Nope.
actually annoyed, like really annoyed. It's fucking horrible.
Well, I guess we could safely say that comic book companies will never learn, just as they've never learned that Brian Michael Bendis is a hack, and they've put him in charge of Superman just to ruin that. So that's
Fucking
good.
Bendis, really?
Yeah.
How does he
Yeah.
keep getting work?
How do a lot of people in this industry keep getting work?
It's clear you haven't prepared yourself.
No,
Like Liefeld. I mean,
I guess he just
also-
die.
I mean, maybe, but he's also not a very good artist or writer or businessman. He's not
No.
good at any of the aspects of being in the comic book industry. So why is he still in it?
I mean, he made a lot of money in the 90s because for whatever reason his style was really popular back then.
Well, I guess also he made Cable, so there's that at least. If Cable means anything to anyone really beyond him being...
Cable was
best-
cool, like, in the cartoon, not really in the comics back in the day.
I mean, it's not, as most of his Cable is so bad, he's almost a self-parody, right? As with most of like Liefeld's creations, i.e. original Deadpool.
Yeah.
Where it's, you kind of question, like, did he really do this without any kind of irony at all? And the answer is yes. Yes, he is that stupid.
At least, though, I like when one of the New 52 writers was like, yeah, my book's selling really well! And Liefeld right away is like, dude, you're writing Batman.
Yeah.
You...
Like,
And you put Batman on a box and it'll sell, regardless of how good or bad it is.
Batman does sell boxes. I mean, you put Batman on on a shitty movie with a really awful Lex Luthor, and it would sell and make money.
It did.
And it did.
Multiple
Guys, I saw the fucking post-credit scene for Justice League because someone else linked it to me. It shows Lex Luthor, and I was like, really? Really? You did just on the slide fire Eisenberg and just pretend this whole thing never happened? That's what I would have done.
I would have done
Maybe
too.
not fired him, but just been like, well, your services will no longer be required, and then ejected him into space.
I like that you say that as I blow up with the clone Captain Ginyu like a motherfucker.
It's like I timed it. Maybe the
Frieza,
secret.
this is actually the first time I played Frieza. He's pretty fun.
Yeah, just be careful of that down attack, and it's crazy good hitboxing.
Oh god, it's fucking stupid.
Now you've actually used it for yourself.
I haven't gotten to use it yet. I have just been doing regular attacks and practicing some basic combo shit. But I'm gonna find out, you know what, against this clone Krillin, how bullshit it is. I've fought against it. Let's see how bullshit it is to control it. Because there's a lot of Friezas online that'll just try to abuse it. The good thing is the ones that are bad, you can just kind of punish.
Yeah.
Wow, this move comes out quick, too. I haven't hit him with it yet, but... Oh.
Super fast, it flies out. It's ridiculously. It's like hitbox is just so bizarre because it's so wide-reaching. Like, it's just one of those moves where you're like, what were they thinking?
Yeah, it's way too fast. And I know that there's, like, no hitboxes for, like, a ton of that move.
It's like they didn't even playtest it.
Oh, I'm sure they did. They probably thought it was fine. Because they're stupid.
I mean, its arc system worked, so I assume they did it for 5 seconds and thought, good enough.
Really? Nappa's the first one I'm gonna rescue? Fucking Nappa.
And it makes sense, really, when you think about it. He was, like, chronologically, you know, one of the first villains.
True.
I'm honestly just more amazed that Frieza knows who he is. Who are you again? It's me, Nappa, internet sensation.
I'm the one who became popular because of a meme.
I'm a Super Saiyan now.
Yeah, and Xenoverse 2, you can make him a Super Saiyan.
I wonder if that was a glitch. Because, like, he's the only one who has only, like, customizable Saiyan who has that, I think.
He is. Like, is it the only other customizable Saiyans who didn't get transformations in the series? Pan and Raditz don't get it.
Oh, well. Might as well kill a little time.
Wait, what does Tellus get?
Oh wait, Tellus doesn't get it either.
I was gonna say, fuck Tellus.
Fuck Turles.
He's Goku Black before Black.
There's a fucking clip someone took, and I don't know why did they leave the line like this? Where was it when they're gonna shoot Goku and Trunks goes, "Don't shoot! That man is not black." I saw that and I was like,
I remember that.
I was like, why did you change that line?
Because they fucking knew.
Wait, hold on. like you fucking what, mate?
Jeez. It's just... Oh, I remember I watched that and I was like, wait, really? Did they do that?
They did.
Oh my god. I mean, at this point, I don't even need to make the jokes. So where's their disclaimer? I had to make one.
That's a good question.
I guess it's the future, and like, there's it's only black people amongst them, so amongst the survivors. So
I mean, the only black people in Dragon Ball are like General Black.
I wonder why he was called. I wonder if that was his name, or if that was just Commander Red was just a little bit on the nose.
I mean, Commander Red's name is Commander Red. He has red hair, so probably on the nose.
Another cretin, but you actually have a modicum of skill.
Well,
I did go a little easy on you.
good old Commander or Captain Black, whatever he was. I can't remember what he was. I guess he became Commander Black very briefly before he got, you know, horrifically murdered.
Maybe he was like, I want to be called Commander White. No, we already got a guy named that. He's got white hair.
Can I be Commander Bald then?
That's not a color. You'll be Commander Black because I'm a giant racist little midget.
Well, it can't be that
I can
racist.
say that, I'm short.
Can't be racist if he made him his second in command.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Especially when they had, like, the little Aryan Nazi boy, General Blue, as just a lowly general.
Oh yeah, and they got him killed by General Tao. Well, not General, Mercenary Tao. Always do that.
I think he was a general, though.
I think in one of the dubs or in an episode they called him General Tao. And I think that's why I keep doing that.
Oh, so this was the first time you've
But he is
seen me in
also
my
a
current
merc.
form, then?
But he does kill people with a mouth.
If one cannot recognize one's master,
I don't get the
does that
connection.
not constitute an absence of
But
Of course not.
this is a weird episode because I think this is because it's funny. Like this is the least we mentioned this before recording. This is the least we talk about Dragon Ball because the Super's over.
Do your bidding to the letter.
So we can't complain about how bad Super is. I mean, we can, but we're just at this point it's just beating a dead horse.
I wouldn't call it dead. I'd call it okay.
I call it a comatose horse for now. It'll be back, stronger than ever.
I mean, I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna like start up on Boo the week of this recording and finish that up and get in the GT. And I guess like when I start like getting into rewatch, I can start like saying my thoughts on that. I mean, I could talk about what I think of like the arcs in the series currently, like where I am and what I think about them. I could just do that quickly, I guess.
Seems like you might
Could do.
You know what? I guess we could do that real quick. Where should we start? Should we start somewhere in Ball or?
We should be
I feel like Dragon Ball's a whole other kettle of fish. Let's just start with Z.
Can I cheat and just start with
I am.
Why don't we just start with like the King Piccolo stuff? Because we can cheat.
Oh, sure.
Because that's like when the formula kind of starts hitting the Dragon Ball Z-esque style.
That's when Toriyama got to start seeing the big bucks.
You can't actually believe anything.
Alright, so King Piccolo. I really like it. It was a really good watch. It was fun. The action was pretty decent.
So,
It's also the
you
start
are
of just give Goku a
inducing
power-up.
simpleton.
I mean, he would just learn stuff before. This is just him
I
being
don't
given...
know what he's
Because now
doing.
the Mystic Water actually is Mystic Water because plot convenience.
Obviously.
Oh, I see. Now I understand.
So,
I mean, Goku always just steals techniques or gets magic power-ups.
yeah, he doesn't have any of his own techniques. Every other character has a technique of their own except him.
Yeah.
You talking about Kakarot?
Some characters even have 2 techniques.
Or multiple.
Yeah.
Tien has a fuckload of them, but he never uses them anymore.
Shall I remove that
I mean, we never use Tien anymore, so...
Tien got fucking sidelined at King Piccolo, let's be real. That's how... But yeah, King Piccolo is pretty good. Like, what do you think of King Piccolo?
I thought it was the
It's always weird because King Piccolo is very much kind of where the whole... Not just, like, it shifts more action-oriented, but like the whole tone of the series kind of shifts. And it's also the start of Death is Meaningless, because we go through the whole antics of, well, Roshi's dead, Krillin's dead, all these people
Oh,
are
Chaozu
dead.
dies too, don't forget.
Oh well, who could ever forget about Chaozu?
Everyone.
I did.
Now that's
So,
I like, it's always just that occasional line whenever the Tien does show up, and it's like, I left Chaozu at home, it's too dangerous for him. It's like, bitch, I think leaving Chaozu at home is too dangerous for that little shit.
Chaozu is so fucking pathetic, it's hilarious. People do the Yamcha jokes, but he doesn't deserve them. Fucking Chaozu does. Chaozu
how
has
he
never won a fight on screen in his entire career, unless you count filler, he beat Goldo.
I mean, is that even saying much? Guldo also beat Guldo.
He did. Then there's Piccolo Jr., which that was really good. Those had some really good fights. It was fun to watch. And Piccolo's like one of my favorite characters, so... Oh, I forgot to add Nap onto my team. Whoops.
Oh well.
I'll just do that next fight. Before the next fight, I mean. But, yeah, it was good. It was a nice send-off for that point in time in the series. Yamcha got Worfed again, because in every arc, in that part of the series, Yamcha would get beat by the arc villain, because he was the Vegeta back then.
Ah, yes.
People forget that he was actually the Vegeta at one point.
I mean, everyone in Piccolo Jr. arc kind of gets wolfed because it's a tournament arc, so... everyone's there just to basically
Get beat up by everybody who's not named Kami, Piccolo, or Goku.
Yeah.
To be fair, Tien walking Mercenary Tao out of the ring is pretty fucking funny.
Plus, you know, Goku beat his wife.
He did? I like how they made that as a fucking gag in Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
I mean, we say make it a gag. It's also in Z where he just knocks her through a wall.
He does.
It's like, oh, I don't think you get away with that these days.
No. But, go ahead, sorry.
But I think kind of, I mean, if we're going to go into Z, this is where things start to get a little bit insane, where we're just suddenly introducing the fact that not only is there aliens, but Goku has a brother and is also an alien. And Piccolo's an alien. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, basically, I joke about how a lot of series is bad, plot twist is that they're aliens. It started with this fucking series. This series is like the first one I can think of where they started plot twisting people as aliens. I'm surprised they didn't make Tien an alien.
We've never seen another member of his tribe.
No.
We've never seen a lot of things. I wonder how Boss Rabbit's doing on the moon after the moon got exploded like 7 different times.
According to Toriyama, he's just floating in space.
Oh. Oh, bye, Boss Rabbit. Well, I mean, it's nice to know there's some consistency. How many times have we blown up the moon now, I wonder?
3. Let's see here. Roshi, Piccolo... Oh wait, no, maybe only 2? So Roshi, Piccolo... Was there another one?
I guess if you count Kid Buu, you probably blew it up.
Probably did.
I mean, if we count Filler? No, I don't think so. But I guess the only other person left would be, the only other time would probably be when Frieza blew up Earth. That probably also blew up the moon.
Man, that down attack is really busted. I just whipped it out when I was under a lot of pressure, and I just had so many invincibility frames.
God damn it, Dad! I've told you've been warned by the police about whipping it out when you're under pressure.
Fucking hell. But yeah, if we're gonna talk about like the Raditz arc, Raditz was pretty Raditz was good because you know it took Piccolo and Goku to beat him. The fight choreography was really good.
Someone other than Goku had something to do for an arc to beat a villain. It was bizarre.
I know. For once, they subverted expectations. They even killed him. Oh, hi Nappa. Meet Nappa.
So there's somebody in this world
and it's like, yeah, the stuff with Raditz is great because Raditz is so overwhelming. It's it's kind of that one of those moments of why did they make him Goku's brother?
I don't know. I like how he's Goku's brother and he never shows up again.
That's never even talked about again.
Yeah, he never gets referenced again. I think like the anime has like some filler reference to him, and that's about it.
Like the closest we get to a reference is when they say these Cybermen are just as strong as Nappa was. Not Nappa, as Raditz was.
By the way, that actually reminds me. Speaking of like the Yamcha jokes, because I know we're gonna moving on to the Vegeta Nappa stuff. What I think's really funny is people remember when Yamcha got exploded, but what's funny is Yamcha beat the shit out of that thing. If he didn't drop his guard, he probably could have one-manned all the Cybermen.
But he did drop his guard, and he got exploded.
Yeah. So, like, as much as we joke about him being quote-unquote weak, he was probably one of the stronger fighters in that arc.
Yeah, well...
Because remember how much struggle every other character had with that shit.
I think if my knowledge is correct, it goes Piccolo number 1, and then probably Tien then Yamcha, then Gohan, unless he's got like angry, then Krillin, then Chaozu. And Krillin took out all the Cybermen single-handedly.
Yeah, with the Destructo Disc, wasn't it?
No, with that it's like his ultimate disc.
His Kamehameha that goes all over the place.
Yeah, it's a completely worthless move in this game.
Aren't all his moves?
No, he throws the sentiment, it's quite useful.
Oh yeah, he's got a nice assist. But if you end up with just him, you're fucked.
Yeah, basically.
He's the first character you want to sacrifice. Just like the show!
Yeah, well,
Hey, we can't say they didn't make it inaccurate to the show! Haha! Oh, fuck.
but
So- Anyway, let's actually talk about the fucking Vegeta and Nappa shit.
the problem is that's also the start when of what would become the formula for Dragon Ball, which is everyone goes against the big strong one, and gets their asses kicked by the big strong one, only for Goku to show up and completely destroy the big strong one without even trying.
Yeah, he literally, like... Well, I mean, we'll reference it when we talk about Frieza in a second, but, like, he just, like, flies around, breaks Nappa's spine, and throws him on the ground, and then Vegeta kills him.
He only uses the Kaioken because because we wanted to show it off, and B, because he needed to get there faster.
Yeah.
He could have completely beaten him without it.
Also, what's funny, that just reminded me, Goku, before he died, didn't know how to fly. So off-screen, he learned how to fly.
King Kai probably taught him.
Yeah, you can pretty much assume that, but it's just
Which
funny
is
that it
kind of
wasn't
hilarious
shown.
because I'm pretty sure King Kai has wings, so how did King Kai know how to fly with Ki?
Maybe he's just lazy.
I mean, King Kai's not even really that strong, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, that was like a thing for a while in Dragon Ball where they would make like the gods really weak.
And then they made the one god, and now he's only and now he might potentially only be the third strongest character we know of. That's not Whis. Well, that's not like one of the
At
angels.
the very
'cause-
least, we know Goku's probably surpassed him. Because of course he did. But,
It would be funny if, like, the next saga just opens with Ultra Instinct Goku versus Beerus, and Beerus still one-shots him.
that would be funny. But yeah, the Vegeta fight was really good. It eventually turned into a fucking all-out struggle with every character that was still alive, working to try and beat this asshole. Even Yajirobe got to do something, and he hasn't done anything ever.
That was the first and only thing he's ever done.
No, he killed that one Piccolo guy, remember? Mickey Piccolo arc.
I guess. But, so, yeah. Saiyan Saga's great. Saiyan Saga is good, like, I think once you get past Nappa, honestly. Like, Nappa versus the other Z Fighters is all good. And then Nappa versus Goku's pretty garbo.
Yeah, it's pathetic, really. They built him up to be this big thing, and then he just kind of gets...
Well, because it's Toriyama's style, right? Where Toriyama absolutely loves to have these big, imposing guys be relatively weak, and they're like little tiny things you wouldn't even consider as a threat is the super powerful one.
And it loses its impact when you keep doing it.
Well, so for instance, yeah, you had Vegeta and Nappa, where Vegeta's literally a midget,
Yeah.
and then you have
'Cause, yeah, he
Frieza,
was like he got taller as the series went on. He was fucking short back in the early days of Dragon Ball.
then you have Frieza, where his first form and final form are completely unthreatening, but second and third look more like traditional boss monsters, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
And then-
I'm gonna get Captain Ginyu in this one.
And then all of the Majin Boos, where he starts off with Fat Boo, where the joke is, he's the most dangerous creature in the universe, but he's also stupid and fat.
And then he turns into Super Boo, who is genuinely imposing, and then
Turns into Kid Boo, where the joke is
he's short.
he's also short and tiny and doesn't look very scary. And then it also carries over into Super. With, even you could argue Beerus and Whis, where Whis is kind of more godly, as Trunks points out.
Yeah, they kind of like did that with a gag.
Yeah.
And then Hit's more imposing than almost anybody who was on his team.
Yeah, but then look, he's also introduced in that arc. Zeno.
Oh yeah, the ruler of everything. He's like a little child.
Yeah. And that's kind of the same thing. It's like Toriyama's shtick, where he just likes the most powerful entities to be
Yeah,
the most
but we're kind of getting
potentially
off
hard.
track though with the whole
Yeah.
the fucking Vegeta thing. So yeah, the fight was good. People forget Gohan's ass is what killed Vegeta. Well, not killed, but beat him up. It's kind of
Yeah.
funny. In fact, it's funny that even like Vegeta doesn't bring this up. It's like he's like Kakarot beat me. It's like he didn't though.
Goku's never beaten him. We've discussed this.
Yeah, we did. And then they let him go, and then that starts. But Saiyan Saga is probably my favorite overall of the series. I just really like that one. The fights were really good.
But Goku, he killed all our friends. Technically, I didn't kill anyone.
Actually, that was Nappa.
It was all Nappa. I had nothing to do with it.
I've killed less people than King Piccolo.
I mean, the first on-screen kill that Vegeta ever gets is fucking Queequeg.
And also those Namekians.
The Namekians aren't people. They don't count.
It's racist.
I mean, they're barely a race after the amount of times they've been enslaved and genocided.
Oh my god.
You laugh, but it's true.
I'm not laughing, I'm just kind of shaking my head.
Yeah,
Fuck.
the Saiyan Saga's good. It just, and if you take it in context of it being the first one, it's fine. It's just then, obviously, as I said, the problem is it starts up a lot of the patterns that we're going to see as we progress through.
Now let's move on to Namek. Namek overall, I would say is decent. It's gonna get a little bit weird, in my opinion. It's gonna get a little weird as we go along with it, though.
I think the problem Namek suffers overall as an arc is it just goes on for a long time.
Oh, that's not even really the problem I have with it.
Well, I also mean because it goes on for as long as it does, then like that leads to a lot of the other problems kind of start to shape up to keep things interesting. So like, well, we were just kind of it's great when you have all these like different factions, like Vegeta's against Frieza, who's also against the humans, and the Earthlings are also against Vegeta and the Frieza Force, and how it's basically just like Vegeta versus Frieza for the longest time, and then Krillin and Gohan like, we're here too, guys.
And then eventually Vegeta teams up with them. They fight the Ginyu Force, get their asses kicked by the Ginyu Force. Then Goku appears, does the same thing to Raccoon that he did to fucking Nappa, where he just like pokes him twice and he's dead.
I think honestly the fight with Raccoon is quicker than the fight with Nappa.
Yeah, I think he hits him twice. I think it's like 1 or 2 shots.
The other problem is it then goes directly into him fighting Jason Berta. And Berta, fastest in the universe.
I'm the fastest in the universe! Even though this series relies on this stupid power level mechanic. By the way, if you're writing any kind of action fiction, do not do power levels. Don't.
Put it this way, the second power levels were introduced in Dragon Ball, they're made irrelevant.
Yeah.
Instant. Because the very first thing they established with power levels is that Goku and Piccolo can shift their power levels by doing simple things like using their weighted training clothing.
Yeah.
Or like all the Z fighters can master their power levels, so at that point, it's completely irrelevant. They're just numbers that don't mean anything.
But also, the way they work in the series, power levels are like, oh, with our power levels, that means you're better at just everything. Like, don't do a fucking mechanic like that if you're making an action series. Just don't do it. For the love of Christ, don't fucking do it.
I mean, Dragon Ball also fumbles the ball by just having completely insane leaps.
Yeah.
In terms of numbers. So, like, for instance, the difference between Nappa and Piccolo is about 500 or 1,000 or something. It's not as great as you would think. And yet, Piccolo can't touch Nappa. Like, at all. In, like, a straight fight. He mildly annoys him when he and Krillin are fighting together, but that's about it. And then, when you're kind of talking about how there's power levels of, like, between... of like 1,000 or tens of thousands between people and it's a close fight.
It's just kind of... But anyway, we're getting off track again.
Yeah.
So he beats up Raccoon, it's kind of nothing. The Birder fight is pretty... The Birder Jace fight is pretty lame, too.
He literally just stands there.
Yeah. It's honestly a really bad fight.
And then he punches Jace in the face.
And he punches Jace in the face, Jace runs away. Vegeta snaps Birder's neck. Then the Ginyu shows up. Body swaps with Goku. Then it's the Ginyu stuff's actually pretty decent.
It's also the problem comes in Goku versus all of the Ginyu Force apart from Ginyu himself.
Yeah, Ginyu's actually beaten by Vegeta. And technically Goku, because Goku throws the frog so he doesn't take his body.
Gohan also puts up a fight against him because turns out Ginyu Goku is not that great. Go Ginyu. should have gone for the venue force.
Oh my god. But
Or she had a body swap with future Trunks.
so then, you know, they're kind of just resting with Goku getting healed, and it kind of just drags on for a little bit. They try to sneak the Dragon Balls. They get a wish back where they resurrect Piccolo, because of course.
Well, Piccolo makes the valid point of if you bring me back, you bring back Kami, you bring back our Dragon Balls, and our Dragon Balls are better because they have multi-res.
No, at that time they did. Oh yeah, they could resurrect multiple people at once, but they can only do. But was it dynamic ones? They didn't have like a wish limit. Like you couldn't wish for the same thing. You could wish for the same thing as many times as you wanted.
Yeah,
I think that was the benefit.
But the downside was you could only bring back one person, so there's not physically enough wishes to bring back all the people.
Yeah, you got 3 wishes, and you could do it as many times as you could wish for something as many times as you wanted when you summoned them. Those are the benefits of it too.
So first wish was to resurrect Piccolo. Then the second wish was to bring Piccolo to Namek.
And
then the third wish I didn't get to make because Guru died.
And then Vegeta shows up, and Frieza shows up. Frieza throws them around a little bit, transforms, throws them around a little bit. Piccolo shows up after fusing with Nail, throws Frieza around. Frieza transforms, throws Piccolo around. And this kind of repeats over and over again until Goku shows up. And then,
It also kills Vegeta.
Yeah, he kills Vegeta then. You know what's funny? That was one of the more violent beatdowns, but what's funny is a lot of people go, like, when it comes to, like, the Videl versus that one, they'll go, like, oh, the Vegeta one was worse. I'm like, at that point in time in the series, besides it being a cartoon monster punching somebody, like, Vegeta was still a villain, so you don't really care as much.
I mean,
Where, like, Videl is just some girl going into a fucking match and then getting her ass beat for no reason.
I mean, you do feel sorry for his kidneys.
Kidney punch! In pause! Then Frieza and Goku fight, and it's actually pretty decent. It's actually, like, honestly, the Goku Frieza stuff's pretty good. The only part that, for me, becomes a problem is after Goku finally transforms, it just drags on.
I'm expecting great
Yeah, I think a lot of that is down to his Toei filler.
Because, like, Goku's just slapping him around for, like, 10 episodes. There's no tension anymore. Frieza's lost. We have nothing to be tense about anymore, other than, like, will the planet explode with Goku? And that's about it. We know Frieza's not a threat. Not anymore.
I can perform a special version.
And even, like, Goku has control, didn't lose his mind with the Super Saiyan thing, so it's like, that's not even a thing anymore. There was just nothing, it just drug on way too long.
He's just mildly angry.
Yeah.
He's just really miffed about the whole killing his friend thing.
Yeah. And then after that...
And then I like how we have all these things about, oh, how's everyone going to get off the planet? It's okay, Guru's back alive because we got one more wish. Dragon Balls, they solve all of your problems.
Now, funny enough, it's going to be easier to summarize the fucking Android Cell stuff. Because, oddly enough, less happens.
Less happens, it's just more complicated.
So, you know, Trunks shows up, kills Frieza, says, oh yeah, they're gonna die. Here, take this heart medicine. Goku takes it late because he's an idiot. Then, the clown and the old man show up, almost kill Yamcha.
And then Toriyama's editor steps in and goes, wait, what?
What is this? These look stupid. Is this really the big bad? Yeah. Change this shit. So then, the clown is easily killed by Vegeta, who is said to be stronger than Goku at that time.
All right, man.
And then, Yuro just runs around for a bit, playing cat and mouse, gets a little bit of energy from Piccolo, runs away, activates the new villains, 17 and 18, which then the editor looks at and goes, 2 kids? You fucking real?
Wait a second, I thought we talked about this, Akira.
And then Akira grumbles, puts in 16, and goes, that's not enough! And, like, grumbles more. And he's like, fine, I'll make a bug from the future, fuck you. So, 18 just kind of humiliates Vegeta for, like, an episode, then breaks his arm. Then, 17 just kind of, like, slaps everybody in the face once, and they all get knocked out, other than Krillin. And then Krillin and X-18 happens.
And then they go and find a truck.
And then they just kind of, like, steal shit. It's honestly kind of funny when you think about it. They just gotta steal shit on their mission to kill Goku, quote quote.
I like
They
how
don't kill anybody, they just steal things.
I like how they feel that it's desperate they need to have a truck to do this when they can fly.
Yeah, I like that the Abridged series points us out where 18's like, we can fly, why are we doing this? Because this is more fun.
And that's why 17 is a park ranger.
And then, Cell shows up, Piccolo fuses with Kami, Piccolo...
And Cell fight.
Yeah, they fight. Piccolo drops his guard on purpose so he can learn information about Cell. Cell runs away.
Cell drinks his arm, and Piccolo's like, oh no, my arm, I'm never gonna, that's terrible, I can't possibly win. Tell me your evil plan and also all of your weaknesses.
I'm gonna die, so you might as well just tell me.
Well, now I'll tell you everything.
And it's like, you know I can do this, right? Fuck! Wait a minute, I have your data here. Why did I not remember this shit? Don't tell me you can also stretch your arms.
I should also like to point out, Cell is part Goku.
To be fair, that's before Goku became stupid, though. Oh wait, no, he drank the medicine, never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, it's completely plausible as to why Cell is as stupid as he is.
At least at that point in time.
He's got Goku DNA in him.
So basically it's just a game of cat and mouse with Cell. And it's kind of like a race to find the androids and...
Find the Cell! Is he here? No. In this ruined, desolate town? Oh, well, maybe the next ruined, desolate town.
There's a lot of those in this series.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing how many people Cell gets to just kill and nobody ever seems to notice.
It's not like he senses energy or anything. Oh wait, he can!
I mean, you'd feel like they'd probably sense all the other energies vanishing, you know. Not to quote Star Wars or anything, but it's like a great many people cried out in fear and were suddenly silenced.
No, that's just when the second movie was released.
Yeah.
But, so anyway,
So then
they bump it, Cell, was it 17 fights fucking,
Piccolo. And then the androids are like, hang on a second, maybe they're at Kame House.
It took them that long to figure that out. Then they fight a Piccolo for a bit. Then Cell shows up. Cell just plays dirty, just kind of popping in and out, and eventually gets 17 because 17 was being a fucking goober.
17 was like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this." And then he gets eaten.
And then he gets eaten. Cell gets his new transformation. Tien goes, "Wait a minute, guys! I'm in this show too!" And then Piccolo gets his ass beat. And then Tien holds them back while the androids run away. Then we just have more of him shouting it and blowing up islands, going, 18, my wife!
Literally running away, I should point out, because I guess 16 can't fly anymore.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, considering they don't release any energy, you'd think they'd just let fly away. And...
I won't lie, the 16 versus Cell thing was pretty cool, even, like, though it...
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like, there's that part of the series with some great fights, like 17 versus...
We're glossing over them, but they are actually good fights. Like, the ones like from Piccolo was really good, and 17 Piccolo was really fucking good.
They're all, like, super good, and then...
I'm also trying to get through it quicker because we're running really far on time.
Oh no. And then you get to the... And then, after spending some time in the hyperbolic time chamber, or the room of spirit and time, or whatever the fuck you want to call the magic space room...
Vegeta comes out of that, who's ridiculously powerful, just kind of slaps Cell around for several episodes, and he goes like, "But Vegeta, if you let me vor the girl, I get stronger." And Vegeta's like, stronger, strength, the pride, and then he lets him absorb 18.
Then they fight, and then Cell wins.
And then Trunks and Cell fight, and then Trunks makes his muscles big, and then Cell beats him up and makes fun of him for doing this, and then says, "Wait, you can get stronger? Why don't I make the Cell games?" Why didn't they go, "Hey, Cell, instead of killing people to get stronger, why don't you just let us keep getting stronger to keep testing your might?" Good point.
Because they're also, most of the cast is part Goku at this point.
Because if you think about it, you could just do that and Cell would be like, "Yeah, that's true, if I kill you and there's nobody left to fight, how would I keep becoming even more perfect?"
By going to the West Galaxy.
See, that's how I would make a Cell if I was making my own Cell character. Just be like, "Wait a minute, that's a good point, I could become even more perfect if I took fucking off you."
Slightly off topic, I like how we learn more about other universes before we learn about all the other quadrants of the galaxy.
This is true.
So yeah,
then
then
there's this kind of like downtime with Goku and Gohan training.
Gohan becomes the Super Saiyan.
It drags on a little bit. Then you get to the Cell games, and honestly, the Cell games are really good overall. Like honestly, everything involved once they get to the actual like Cell shit is actually really good.
Yeah.
Like I really like that, and like it actually had like a good finish. Like it didn't drag out for me at least. It had a very strong finish where Frieza, like I mentioned before, just kind of drug around. And that's pretty much the Cell Saga, and that's as far as I can go, because if I mentioned Buu Saga, I would be going off of memory purely, and I don't think that's fair.
You also can't go much further because the Buu Saga is going to take even longer to go, even if we shorten it to.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get Cell, and then I'm gonna end this episode because this one's gonna be another really long one. But then again, considering how long this game takes with the story, it's better that we just get it up in big chunks.
We call this a story. How long it takes to grind through all the fucking clones.
Yeah. But at least next time I'll be able to play as Perfect Cell.
Yeah. Yeah. They get to do that stupid kick combo of his that's really good.
You ever see this one? Yeah.
I'm quite proud of my speed, you know.
I'm quite confident in my speed, you know. Pathetic!
Very good.
Oh,
Now that we
Cell.
have Captain Ginyu with us,
Oh,
I would
Cell.
say things are going quite well.
That's why he never showed up again.
Well, no, it's because he didn't show up again because Toriyama hates drawing his spots.
Of course not. I detest the thought.
If Cell ever came back, he's gonna get a transformation that gets rid of the spots.
When you consider
That's
the
an
dangers
if.
we face, letting a maggot
It's a
roost
big
in one's
if.
body doesn't
If
seem
Cell ever
that
comes
bad.
back, he's gonna...
All things considered, I'd like to
Yeah, I
gather
got
us some
nothing.
more points.
I've become so perfect, I don't have spots anymore!
So,
I've become so perfect, I'm blue now.
now things are
That's the color I use when I'm playing him, I'm not even gonna lie. It's blue Cell.
It's because it's Cell Jr., but he's all grown up.
I'm a big Cell boy now.
He's just going to Cell Jr. going to school.
happy to join if you're sure.
Oh, I'm surprised that's not like a fan comic thing. The Misadventures of Cell Jr.
You will soon learn that. Smart mutts
Get
never
on it,
stop
get on
the
it,
box.
Dragon Ball fandom.
But sir, Nappa, Lord Frieza gave you an order.
I like how Nappa's like, fuck you, Cell! And then they both tell him, shut the fuck up, Nappa.
Shut up, man. Nappa gets no respect. Not that he deserves any respect. Frieza's just like, I can't believe.
Oh, and thus begins Sassy Cell. Good. The Frieza Force is nothing but a group of half-wits.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Captain,
I mean, half-wits is generous, honestly.
I think it's best to hear what Bug Boy has to say.
Lord Frieza just saved your life.
I mean, even Frieza doesn't trust the competency of his own men.
Yeah. Even he's like, this man could be powerful, you should both shut the hell up.
Where is the being who revived me and allowed
I mean, who was Frieza's most competent henchman?
take complete control of my
Guess it
Well,
was
wait a minute.
Zarbon.
Wait a minute, so this sorta takes place in the same time as the first story I did? Because Cell just referenced when I had control of him for a little bit.
I think so, but it's also not quite. It's like different, but the same.
Well, we'll see.
I don't get it, to be honest. I don't get a lot of this story. Quotation mark story.
Excuse me. Did you say she?
Ah,
So you do know something.
yay, we've unlocked Cell.
Even if we did.
Oh
who
yeah, I
says
bought a
we need
Cell
to
model
share
kit,
this
by the
with
way.
you?
Nice.
It's coming from Japan, so it's gonna be a little bit before it comes in the mail.
And then you
But-
can pose him
but
in
it-
all manner of lewd positions.
No. No.
That just sounds like you'd already considered it.
No!
And I just may consider it.
The only way I pose my figures is either dumb shit or action poses.
Well, I'm sure I'll be right up there with all of your short-haired waifus.
But now, quest.
I'm now looking at my display to see how many of them actually have short hair of the women in the display. I don't... Let's see. Should I count all the women and then just go from there? Because I think I can already tell the answer if there are more short
It's
hair.
how much you want to admit on video, my friend.
Oh, I've already tweeted like a picture of my display, so...
Oh, go for it then.
Let's see. It would appear
I mean, I
that
also
this fellow
rotate
is
out
much
in and out
slower than I
characters,
first
so
assumed.
let's see here. How many of them that are women have short hair? There's actually more men on display, to be honest with you. Okay,
Let's Hey, we live in an enlightened time. I am not one to judge.
Let's see. How many women are in the display?
Get ready for battle!
Okay, so 10 of them are women. Now, how many have short hair? This is where it gets funny. Would you count 18?
For purposes, we'll say no, but I probably would.
I probably would too, so we'll just count it. Okay, so I'm trying to count while fighting. I'm not even looking at the screen.
I mean,
let's see.
it's almost like this game rewards naked aggression.
I mean, I was fighting an actual opponent. I hope that actually worked.
Counting.
Only 4 of them have short hair.
Fair enough then. That was quite a long. That's quite a long.
Oh no, because I was actually like occasionally looking at the screen, and oh wait, no, I was wrong. 5. I miscounted that one there.
Oh, okay.
And also, there's 11. I didn't see that one right there.
Counting with Dan, we get everything wrong.
Hey, you tried counting while playing a video game,
Ugh.
a fighting game. But by the way, I'm dead serious. I only like
It's not
occasionally
bad.
glance at the screen in that self fight because the fucking story battles are fucking easy. I think all I did was hit square the entire time.
Seem much different
Yeah,
from the data I
probably.
have on you. It's like
The recording will show us.
something
yeah, it
completely
will.
different all of a sudden. Why is
Ah.
it, Frieza? I'm getting the sense.
So I
there's
hope you've
another
all
energy
appreciated this look into Dan's
you
secret
are
waifu collection.
somehow different from me.
Like I said, most of them are men. Actually, wait, I forgot to count
Possessed by
Aunt
another
May.
being's soul.
Because I have this creepy Aunt May doll because I thought it was funny.
If we're so
I'll have to show. I'll show you it after the.
Yeah.
It's really funny. No, dude, it's funny. Dude,
this-
it looks. The face on it looks like fucking
Well, that's
what's his
another
name?
story.
Spartacus. Not
akin
Spartacus.
to
Fuck.
artificial
What's his name from Lazy Town?
program.
Sporticus?
Not Sporticus. The other guy. His name.
Explain why I find it
Something
so easy.
nasty or something? God,
Robbie Rotten.
that was it.
She has the face of Robbie Rotten. That's why I bought it because it looks really funny. So I have her displayed like some kind of horror movie monster.
Indeed.
Yay! Yeah, Dan, you can show me your Aunt May figure. Send help, please.
Expelling it.
Oh yeah, there's also a giant fucking. There's also a dragon on my display too.
I always find it funny how everyone always seems to know a lot more about Lazy Town than I do. Which, admittedly, what I know about Lazy Town is it's a show called Lazy Town.
All I know about Lazy Town is a show called Lazy Town and Robbie Rotten. I only know Sporticus because of Robbie Rotten quotes.
I'm correct.
Fair enough.
aren't I?
I've never watched a single episode, nor do I want
Must
to.
be what allowed me to tap into some of my power.
It's got some songs that were catchy, I think.
I've heard the "We Are Number One" song and the
Everyone has.
the fucking pirate song and the bake a cake song. Everyone's heard those.
Interesting.
Like, I'm sure there'll be another meme song from there at some point.
The data I have on you must be
It ended
outdated.
years ago, didn't it?
Amusing.
Sorry, this is the Dragon Ball podcast. They were talking about Lazy Town. Show, which is bizarre because it's a show none of us have watched, so...
I know. To be fair, it's because of that fucking Aunt May thing. I'm gonna put it in the video.
Sorry, now we've progressed from that Aunt May doll to that Aunt May doll.
Now everyone gets to see it.
Cell
Yay.
doesn't work for
It's the
anyone.
stupidest fucking thing. I love it. It's so bad.
Why is there an Aunt May figurine? Who is crying out for an Aunt May figurine?
I don't know.
I'm teaming
It's
up,
actually like
at least
almost as tall as the fucking Juggernaut figure.
They should do an Uncle Ben action figure, but it's just a tombstone.
Benefits in agreement.
I mean, they did do like the Uncle. They did like the Uncle Ben or whatever they are, like the fucking Luke Skywalker's
Or dare to betray
uncle and aunt and
Oh,
the
yeah.
skeletons.
race.
Oops, I clicked that a little too
Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
goes for both.
Good old Owen, that completely relevant character.
quick.
Turned out
He's so relevant.
he was in like the prequels for like 2 seconds.
Very relevant.
Yeah. just enough time to go, hey, look, Luke has an uncle.
Wow, this is going on way longer than I anticipated because there's still cutscenes.
God damn it. Arc System Works really wants you to appreciate the story. They put time and effort into crafting, I think.
It looks like
If you
Stella's
call this
joined
crafted.
forces with Frieza of all people.
I mean, paper crafting, maybe.
I like how 16's like, wait, Cell just joined Frieza?
I've never seen you look like that
I mean,
before.
they literally always join forces, so I don't know why anyone's surprised.
Like in every media where they're
Is
together.
it really
Every
that
time
much
they
of a surprise?
get together, it's like, hey, I'm part you. Okay, I like that about you. I like the cut of your
Both of
jib,
them
bug boy.
were uncontrollable.
You're pretty
So it
handsome
might
for a
have just been a
bug.
matter of
You're
time.
not bad too for a short alien midget xenomorph.
You're not bad for someone who's only slightly perfect.
How dare you?
But are you sure this is okay?
Yeah.
They could pose a threat together.
I actually wonder how much of
Necessarily
genetic makeup
16.
Cell has from each
The one who
individual
truly
fighter.
poses a
Is
threat
he more
is the
Goku
soul
than he is
inside
Frieza, or
Frieza.
is he more Frieza than he is Goku?
Maybe he's more
The live
Yamcha.
human soul is the real reason.
How much of him is the
Frieza
Roach
was
Coach?
able to draw out so much of his power.
Fucking Roach Coach! My brain just kind of seized for a second.
I've been
It's like
watching
the
and
one
trying to
Power
figure
Girls,
out why
Powerpuff Girls
a
villain I
human
know,
ended up getting linked to him.
or know of.
It's just a fucking guy he's just a robot piloted by a
This
roach
link is
that
too
commands
dangerous to
roaches.
ignore. We need
Yeah,
to
it's
find
funny, I
out.
think that's an X-Files episode.
Probably is.
18.
I'm not even
You
joking.
need to go
It's
defeat
called War of the
Frieza
Coral
Frieza
Ages.
himself.
It's the
Think of
best.
it as your link test.
If you ever want to watch an X-Files episode, you should watch War of the Coral Ages.
Sure, not a problem. I'll destroy anyone who gets in my way.
Oh no, 18's bad!
That's what I like
I
to
mean-
hear. I'm excited to watch.
I mean,
Meanwhile, 16, you need
let's be honest,
to
she's just
prepare a
basically
snack
fear
for when she
boners
gets back.
personified, right?
Understood.
I'm sorry, what?
She's basically just like fear boners given flesh, right?
Who is?
18.
I thought that was 21.
I'm not really afraid of her. It's like, oh no, she kills like bad guys, whereas it's like, oh, 18 kills everyone.
Yeah, 18 just beat the shit out of everybody.
I mean, in
When
the
she
alternate
first introduced.
in the alternate timeline, she killed everyone,
Yeah.
even Chaozu.
Oh, come on, killing Chaozu is not exactly a hard thing.
I wonder if he blew himself up, or if he let them do it.
Alright, before we end this, who should I take out of the team? Nappa or Ginyu?
Nappa.
Okay.
Actually,
Funny
wait,
enough,
wait, no, get rid of Ginyu because Nappa has an ultimate. Ginyu does not.
You're right. Alright, let me save the game, and we are going to call it episode. A very long episode, but whatever. Fucking hell, I didn't think it was gonna go that long.
I mean,
Goodbye, everybody!
see ya.